Hi everyone, I'm Adrienne Everheart, your dating and relationship coach. As you know, I specialize in feminine energy and helping women explore and reawaken their feminine energy. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what to do if your man is losing interest. I'm going to tell you some signs of what it looks like when a man begins to lose interest, and absolutely tell you the deadliest of all signs for your relationship if your man is losing interest and doing this, and I'm going to tell you how to fix it. I'm going to share some real examples I've had from clients, things that have happened to me myself, and of course I'm going to share some scripting help with you as well to help you know exactly what to say to him to turn this around and fix your relationship when he is losing interest in wonderful, beautiful you. Now, one of the biggest things you want to look out for with a man losing interest in the relationship is, yes, he's going to do things like stop calling as much, stop messaging you as much, and instead of spending the night, he might leave a little earlier than normal or make plans and just forget to tell you about them. Now, a lot of these can just be a man getting a little more comfortable in the relationship, but I'm specifically going to talk about losing interest in you. Now, how does he first show he's losing interest in you? And that means he begins to invest less in the relationship. He's going to give you less of himself, and he's not going to share as many details about his life that he once used to, and he may not be quite as interested in what's going on in your life. So these subtle things will really cause most women, if you've experienced this, then you have perhaps gone into your masculine energy, you began messaging him, calling him, cooking him amazing meals, and just going out of your way to make sure he knows that you love him. And what this does is this pushes a guy further and further away from you. So by you believing, if I give him more love, if I tell him more, he'll remember it. He'll wake up and suddenly be there for me, and everything will be back to the way it used to be. Not so. When a man is pulling back, that's actually when you want to give him a little more distance, a little more time and space. And you don't want to do this on purpose because it can actually end up looking like you're playing a game. I have actually heard from my clients say things like, well, I match him word for word. If he says hi, I say hi. If he say what's up, I say what's up. And he's sort of like matching his energy. And I want you to actually go inside your body and find how you feel without blaming him or guilting him. Here's a quick example. Hey, I've noticed your texts are just like 1 or 2 word answers. What's up with that? I'm feeling the chilly vibe from you. All right? That's going to put the guy on the defensive. Instead, you can have an approach that's coming from how you feel about this. And that would sound something like this. Hi, it feels so great to hear from you. And let the conversation unfold a little bit. Talk about what you feel. The most common question is, how was your day? What did you do today? What you been up to? How's it going? Or just, hi, what's up? I want you to talk about one thing that happened to you today that affected you in your body. So you don't want to say, well, I went to the gym, I met my girlfriends for lunch, and then I went to bar class, and then I came home, and oh my gosh, I couldn't believe all the mail I got. You don't want to list off all these things that you've done in the day. That's not connecting your heart to his. You want to really find one thing that really registered with you today. For example, if my man were to ask me, how was your day today? I would say, I got to walk my dogs, and we've had a time change, and it felt so good to feel this crisp, cool air and watch the sun setting just a little earlier than normal. It was really quite beautiful. And I felt so grounded. I felt so happy to be with my animals at this moment in time. That's me sharing my heart with him. So that's something I just made up off the cuff, but you might want to really be prepared for your man to say, hey, what's up? How's your day been? Things like this. You want to begin rebuilding this connection with your heart to his. If he says, hey, hard day at work, and you go, yeah, me too, work sucks, I hate it, you're not connecting. Nobody's heart is connecting to anyone's. You're keeping up the status quo. So that's the first thing I want you to check into is just how are you connecting your heart to his? Not too long ago, HuffPost posted an article about the number one symptom of couples before they get divorced, and that's avoidance. And years ago in communications, I had learned that when a couple starts avoiding each other, there are these stages you can actually go through before divorce or breakup. But avoidance is the one where that person is like, you don't exist to me. I'm avoiding you. And a big one is couples who avoid arguing. They just don't argue at all. They just totally ignore it. And you're actually heading down a really dark path that's going to end the relationship, because that means I don't care. For all of y'all out there who are arguing right now with your significant other, I don't want to say you're totally in the clear, but you're in a lot better place than if avoidance is happening. Now, avoidance will look like this. Your man will not tell you anything. He will communicate the bare minimum. Your conversations together will be about maintenance issues. It will be what time you're picking up the kids. Did you pay this bill? Did you call that contractor? Did you call them back to put out the trash? That's what your conversations end up being like, instead of connecting your heart to his. What does this require you do? It requires you drop down into your body, and instead of being up here in your head and going, what should I say? What should I get him to talk about? Go into your body and find out what you're feeling. Ooh, I'm feeling so frustrated lately. I'm feeling like I miss you and I want to connect with you, but I'm just feeling this distance. And I'm curious how you feel. You may get a response. You may get nothing. Now, I want to tell you about a client of mine two different clients who, one had gone through this with her partner, and I was new to coaching, and I got her to talk to him and say, I'm feeling this distance. I want to fix us. What do you think we can do? And he was like, I don't know. I think it's over. I just don't want to work on it anymore. And she continued to use the techniques I was helping her with, which is being warm, being warm and available, but at the same time, you're not leaning in. You're not going, hey, look at my new negligee I'm wearing for you tonight. You're not overdoing anything to make this relationship happen. But when that man is around you and in your vibe and in your energy, you are warm. Even when you're apart from him, you can tap your heart and send him love. You can think about the good things. If you're thinking about the bad things and ruminating about this and that, and maybe you should call an attorney and you call up your girlfriends and all you do is gripe about this guy, you're going to get more of that. So I want you to begin to focus on the positive, the good things that are happening in the relationship. If there are none happening, I want you to remember the ones from the past and go back to those places and absolutely trust and believe that those can be recreated again. Now, they did not work out. In fact, we got a great big surprise in the end. He had met someone at work and had long since checked out of this relationship. So now what I do with my clients is the minute I hear about a chilly guy, I give them this script to say to him, honey, I'm feeling the distance. I'm feeling the chilly distance between us, and I'm misconnecting. Yet I need total transparency. I need the truth. Lay it on me, give it to me, I can handle it. Is there someone else? Now, most men are going to say no. Most clients, when I go to them and get them to ask this, they go, I know for a fact there's no one else. I know there's no one else. But do you really? Do you absolutely really? It could be something as small as just some woman he's met on the internet who's lit him up, who's made him believe that there's hope for him out there as a single man because she listens to all his problems and he's never even met her. It could be a young girl at work who is innocently flirting. It could be a full-fledged affair. But what I'm suggesting you do is you come to him and just say, I need honesty. I need total transparency. I'm feeling the distance. I feel horrible. I miss you. I miss connecting. I want to fix this, but I need total transparency. Is there someone else in your life? Now, 9 times out of 10, the guy's going to go no. And then 3 or 4 days later or a couple of weeks later, he is going to come to you and tell you there is someone. That can happen. You may also be a woman who knows there is another woman. And you're hoping that the longer you stick with him, he's maybe going to quit that other girl. But he's checking out. So he's checking out and he's checking in. He's checking out and he's checking in. So I believe the only remedy for that is walking away. And by walking away, I mean you walk away, you know what, I want to be a wife. I want to be in a monogamous relationship. I don't want to have a three-way, whatever it may be you need to say. And you're able to walk away from that relationship. He's going to go nuts for about the first 2 weeks, and he's going to call your phone, text your phone, get angry. And this is where you can meet him with warmth, and you can say, you know, hi, you know, I feel happy to hear from you. Yet, unless anything's changed, let me make it clear. I want to be a wife. I want to be in a loving, committed relationship that leads to marriage. I want monogamy, whatever it is your boundary is. Now, I have a really, really popular blog on my website about that, and I will link to that in the notes below so you can learn more about the process of walking away if you need to, if this man has pulled away and he's not coming back. Just a quick recap. The things you're looking for are avoidance. This is when a man is no longer sharing with you any of the beautiful details of his life. Now, when you start opening your heart to his without expectation, without judgment, so help me God, I get women on my group who are like, Adrienne, I opened up my heart and he just looked at me and slammed the door and was out the kitchen. That's just one time. You know, it might take a week. It might take 2 weeks of doing this. And remember, how much time you invest, that's always up to you. A woman always knows when to walk away from a man. However, if you want to try something new, if you want to try something different and see if it doesn't start to change your relationship, that change begins with you. One of you can change the two of you. So when you open your heart to him, and you can let him know how you feel without any expectations or judgment, and you're not letting him know how you feel about him. I feel this about you. I feel you're ignoring me. You're not blaming and judging him, but instead you're able to say, you know, I feel lonely. I really like a hug. Or, oh, I just feel such coldness between us, and I miss having warm arms wrapped around me. You're saying about 10 words at the most. You're not lecturing. You're not having this long conversation that goes until 2 a.m. You're able to present it in the way that the man can hear you. You may have to do this a couple of times, but I don't want your boy energy to take control of this and say, we're going to get him to do this. We're going to keep at him with these Adrienne Everheart text messages or whatever it may be. I want it to come from a place of this is genuinely how I feel in my body. So nothing good is ever gained from force or manipulation. I think manipulation should be outlawed if it were up to me. So nothing good is gained from force or manipulation. Your authentic heart is what you're going to show up with. And if he fell in love with it once, he can fall in love with it again. Now, ladies, when he finally opens up to you and lets you know about his day, and it has nothing to do with you, it has nothing to do with the children, this is where disappointment can creep in, and this expectation that he needs to be giving all this attention to you can come in. And that's where I want you to use my Really, Really Get Him tool. I have that listed in some of my videos, my programs, and it's definitely in my ebook, 500 Ways to Talk to a Man. So if you want to learn more about these tools and how to communicate in a way where it is very much 50-50, but here's the thing, it's not going to be out of the gate 50-50. It's not going to be out of the gate you're given 100% and he's given 100%. You have to rebuild together. And I believe marriage and relationships are in a constant state of tearing down and rebuilding, expanding, contracting, expanding, contracting. That's how relationships work. That's how life works. I just want you to have these wonderful feminine energy tools that are natural to you, they're inherent to you, so you can practice them. The last one I want to leave you with is make sure you have an answer to the age-old question, how was your day? If a guy ever texts you and just says, hi, what's up? Hey, how's it going? I want you to treat it as if he's saying, what did you do today? And I want it to start off with, I feel, I'm feeling, or I felt. Make it about you. And make it about a sensation you're having in your body, All right. So if your man is losing interest, this is the best and surest way to wake him back up to your heart and what's going on with you as a person. Most of the time, when we want to wake our guy up and we want to get more love and attention, we're like, we need to have a talk about that. You need to love me more. That just doesn't work. It really doesn't work. You can let a man know what you're feeling. Like, I feel so lonely and I feel so good going out dancing and having fun. What do you think? What do you think? That would feel so wonderful to plan something like that. What do you think? And if he says, no, I don't do that anymore, you have to accept his no. And that's when I want you to get your dancing shoes, get together your girlfriends, go take a class, and go do it yourself. Go have this rich, wonderful, beautiful life yourself. You will not be doing this forever. The man will come around, but you have to give it time. Men, they move like a little turtle. Women, we move a lot more quickly with time. So with guys, it just takes a little longer to unfold, but women a lot more quickly. All right, I hope these tips have been helpful for you. If your man is just showing signs of distance and avoidance, and he's really losing interest in you and the relationship, remember, you don't want to try too hard. You don't want to force anything. You don't want to fake it or be manipulative to get the love that you want. The love that you give is the love that you will receive, and I do believe this. And if that doesn't happen, you will know with total confidence that it's really time to walk away from a man and start your life in a new direction. But until then, if you love this man, if you want to work things out with him, I want you to give it a good amount of time to try these tools, try something different. Get my book, 500 Ways to Talk to a Man. Learn about my programs over at iHeart Love Academy and join my group online. Go there, get some answers, try something different for a change, and see how this magic will begin to unfold in your life. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, if you like my channel and my content, please subscribe to me and share me with a girlfriend. You'll hear about my live videos and updates, or when I'm having classes. You'll get all those notifications when you subscribe. And also be sure to give this video a thumbs up. When you give me a thumbs up, it lets me know I'm doing a good job and I'm bringing you quality content. As always, I'd love to hear from you in the comments section as well. All right, everyone, I'll talk to you soon. Mwah, and much love to you. Bye-bye.